1. Hobie's recording on Skype. And for the podcast, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 350. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm the intern.
And I'm Scab Blake.
Yay! You know, we have many Scab Blakes, so it's tough to count. This is actually Doug, number one fan. Apan. Can't give yourself a nickname. I wanted to be called the Hammer. You know why I couldn't?
Because you can't give yourself a nickname.
That's right.
I did.
Oh, that's right. You guys haven't seen much of each other, father-son.
Yep.
These COVID times are really tough on everybody.
That's right. So Doug's sitting in with us because it's 350 episodes, and he's with us since 1. I feel bad for him.
Yes.
But I don't know why we're celebrating 350. But, you know, it's an even number, the 50th and the 100th.
Because it's tree fitty.
350! 350! I saw the Loch Ness Monster. You know what he said? 350!
I want tree fitty.
Actually, I'm here because I thought this was the Expo preview show, and I wanted to talk about me getting ready to see Dean Cain, Paige O'Hara, the voice of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I was really excited about that. We're not doing that?
Later on, Andrew will be on. No, he won't. Ever since they canceled the Expo, I think he went into a cocoon never to be heard from again, and I don't blame him.
So later on the episode, we're going to be interviewing the coronavirus that shut down the world.
Hey, guys, I'll go away for 350. No one asked me what I wanted. All I wanted was 350 for a SpongeBob ice cream.
That's probably your best impression yet, Jason.
Thank you. I was trying to do Strong Bad or the Aqua Teen Girls or whatever that is.
Oh, that wasn't your best impression then.
I mean, I meant to do Corona. 350. Yay, girls. Anyways,
great job at the Sturgis bike rally. You did good.
Thank you. You know, these guys, they just came without any masks. You would think a group of bikers with bandanas would have masks. I mean, that's all they need to do. Just take it from their head down. They don't. 350. That's all I wanted.
No, it was only 250,000, not 350.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking that Sturgis was a big super spreader for Corona. I'm shocked by that.
I don't believe it.
No.
I really don't.
Are we talking Corona?
Not
Because
really.
I got some that if you follow Ethical Skeptic on Twitter, he's got some really good data points where it's not as bad. Not saying it's not bad, but the sky is falling talk they give now compared to where it was, it's really not that bad. Now, that's not saying don't wear masks. I'm all for wearing masks, and all that. But I think especially Mike DeWine, what he's saying is just ridiculous.
Well, on a positive, it did come out that it is almost impossible, and we're not doctors, but the report came out that it's almost impossible to get Corona off mail. So keep mailing shit at people.
Yes.
Keep mailing. They said it's such a small surface area that it's difficult it's almost impossible to get.
So even if I lick on my mail and cough on it before sending it out, it's still almost impossible?
Yep. They said it won't last that long once it gets through everything. I mean, by now the mail takes 3 months to get there. Of course it's going to be
Good point.
You know how many envelopes I could have licked this whole time, and I stopped. Unbelievable, guys.
They also said you don't have to wipe down every every grocery that you get into the house. So I was doing that for a long time.
Really? You
get into the house?
Groceries that come home, you do not have to wipe down, they said.
Have you eaten out at all in the last 6 months?
Let's see. We ate out 3 times outside. One was for my wife's birthday at a local Mexican restaurant. Literally a week later, they said that there was one of the waiters had Corona. So we stopped at that point, said, nope, we're done. I think my wife and I ate out at, and this is going to sound dirty, we ate out at Five Guys, the restaurant. We sat outside. We've done that twice, and there's nobody around, so that's been kind of nice. Because they close off every other one, and when we went, the 2 times we went, we even took the kids one time. There's nobody there, so it was kind of.
You ate
nice.
at the brewery. You just posted that.
We drank at the brewery.
You told us you got your kids food at the brewery the one time.
We did. Yeah, that was another time. But that was again municipal brewery. We had masks on, and so we ate, and they had every other bench, and so we've done a few. I should say that. So. But we've tried to kind of limit it. We do a lot more pickup and takeout. So, have you eaten out?
Yes.
At the restaurants?
Yes.
Do you feel
countless times? The only time I didn't, we went out to Colorado for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Let's open everything up and all that, but you still have to live. So we went out to vacation, and it wasn't as crowded, and it was all social distancing. But on the way back, we stopped at a Texas Roadhouse in Kansas, and that was packed. But other than that, it's. I went to Price Hill Chili today.
Oh, good old Price Hill Chili.
But it was. I was like the only one in the whole section. It's a lot of them are open. There's plenty of tables far enough away. And quite honestly, my thinking is, I'm out in the public every day. I'm screwed no matter what. So,
do you have to wear a mask?
We have to wear a mask inside our post office, not out on the street.
Okay.
Now, if a person comes up to us, we're supposed to put it on.
Gotcha.
But,
after you cough on them.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on my uniform or whatever. So whatever. So I'm not as I work with guys that they haven't gone out and they'll go to the grocery store late at night when it's empty, and they've never. That's all they do.
Jeff, you've eaten out, right?
Twice a week.
Yep.
Since restaurants reopened, or since our trivia restarted.
And Brian. Oh, sorry.
No, they're just every other table, every other booth is empty, and you're supposed to wear a mask as you walk in until you get to your table and start eating or drinking. The help is always wearing masks, so I don't feel danger at the places I've been, but it's pretty much just 2 places that I go every week.
Which is ironic because Danger's your middle name.
No, that's Charles.
Oh, Brian, you?
Yeah, not a ton for myself. Erica's gone out a little bit more than I have, but we've tried to keep it to a small, select handful of places that we go out to, just because we know that A, they're small family-owned places that we like to go to, and B, we know that they're doing everything correctly. So, but she's been out more than I have. But overall, everywhere we've been has been no worries at all.
Yeah.
The amount of screens between tables, that's really probably within the last month or so has really increased too. It's not just socially distanced; it's screens up between everybody.
Yeah,
I've gotten better because again, you got to live a little bit. You can't be a hermit for 2 years, 3 years, whenever this is done, or never when it's done.
Well, I'd seen something where they were talking because none of the restaurants in New York are open for inside. That's what I've heard, and the way that the governor or mayor is talking, it's not like till 2022 is what he's looking at when it'll be completely reopened.
Well, Fauci said it was mid to fall, basically a year from now is when he thinks things will be a lot more normal. But he said that's for as long as we keep going. He's like, because the next couple months supposedly it's going to be worse, but who knows? My kids started virtual learning today. Woo!
Well, with all the colleges back in.
Yeah.
We're still getting over 40,000 cases, positive tests a day. So, that's a lot of people every day.
Yes.
But then this goes into the numbers thing, and you can go down a rabbit hole. But how many of those are false positives? You're hearing,
sure,
and that's fine. But give us the true facts. I think a lot in the government is just they're giving us the worst case scenario, trying to scare us, as opposed to saying, okay, well, because there's 2 states where they had to, deduct like 25% of their cases because they were wrong. That's fine. It happens, but just give us the real facts.
I think they're going worst case scenario because they see who's in charge. Both sides. Both sides.
And you have people that still don't wear masks. How tough is it? Put it over your nose. That's where it goes to.
America.
Yeah. A lot of safe chins out there.
Yeah. Speaking of school.
Yeah.
What kind of hillbilly place do you live in that I saw pictures of your son's first day of school and he wasn't even wearing shoes?
Nope.
What kind of hillbilly school do you go to?
My daughter wore her Christmas dress for the first day of school, for first grade, and my son looked like he just woke up and he had no shoes on. So hey, welcome to virtual learning.
Yep.
Welcome to virtual learning.
Why wear shoes when you don't have to?
I agree. You know what? I kind of look like him, Doug, because I haven't had to go into an office in 6 months. I shave only when I realize I have a Zoom meeting coming up for work. Son of a bitch, I gotta get shaved. So.
No, you don't.
Well, I know, but I try.
And I just want to say, all of us essential workers hate you too. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you can work from home, Doug, with your post job.
Well, during the election, we will.
On a side note, Doug, did you tell Brian? Did you tell your dad here that you bought some postal trucks?
I did.
I did hear about that. Yes.
I bought the Jeeps. Yeah, I bought the 71 Jeeps. Yeah, I got.
Are they still available to sell?
Mm-hmm.
Are they still available to sell?
They should be. Yeah.
Okay.
You kept them in the pack, so they're going to be worth more, right?
Of course.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Next time you see,
I tried to take them out. I tried to get them out to play with them, but Erica said no.
So you just play with the packages? They just hit each other in the back.
Drive the package around.
When Doug and Brian see each other again, like at Expo 2021, he will be able to autograph those for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I was like I said last week, I was very, very happy that the post office actually delivered them.
That is a good sign. That's a good sign.
I wasn't sure.
My daughter wants to mail something every week, so she's supporting you, Doug.
Mm-hmm,
she's supporting you. She's supporting you. Side note here, this Saturday, I watched All Out, AEW's All Out, and it was the first ever pay-per-view I bought from All Out or from AEW. It's $50, and
your wife let you do that?
She did. I did I don't know what I did like 6 weeks ago, and she's like, I appreciate it. She's like, why don't you, whatever you want to get, just get. And so I was like, she's like, is there a video game you want or anything? I was like, I'll just get the pay-per-view. That's fine. And she's like, okay, whatever. And MJF, one of my favorite wrestlers, was going for the title against Moxley. That fucking asshole. He cheated and won.
Oh my God! I can't believe they would do that in wrestling.
MJF is the bad guy, though. But
more.
You should be cheering for Moxley anyway, Jason. Jeez.
He is Cincinnati. He gets introduced as residing in Las Vegas, but originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. I think he's this past week it was the east side of Cincinnati, Ohio, is what they introduced him as.
Oh, well, then maybe we shouldn't cheer for him.
But you know what? That is a typical Cincinnati thing. Like, good for you, Moxley. But no, it was enjoyable. I saw almost 2 wrestlers die. My son and I were shocked. Matt Hardy went about 15 feet off scaffolding onto the cement. His head bounced off the cement because Sammy speared him, and they missed the table almost completely. It was a horrible spot. the scaffolding was too close to the table. It was just whatever. So his head bounced up, and he looked like he was out. He was out for a couple minutes, and then he got up and staggered around, and he passed a concussion test, supposedly. But then he went to the hospital for a concussion. I don't know how that works. Not sure.
When you pay your doctors enough money, you can pass a lot of concussion tests.
Allegedly,
yeah.
And then Matt Sydal, a.k.a. the old Evan Borden from WWE, he came out for the Battle Royal, and they did a staggered entries. He came up and went to do a 450 splash, and I kept telling my son, watch this. This is awesome. He's going to do it. He's never seen it before. I was like, he's awesome. He's going to do it. And he literally slipped and fell straight down and almost cracked his neck. Now, they were outside in Jacksonville. It was 95 degrees, and according to the announcers, it was 1,000,000% humidity. So, you figure
1,000,000%.
Yeah, he did say. So that was a little scary. And then it kind of went off rails after that. Like, there were some rough spots. Like, I think everybody was timid, but then the women got it back. That was a good match. And then the rest of the show was good. But there was a couple. The first half, I was like, oh, this was not as great as I thought. I would give it a C+, B-. MJF stole the show as usual, and so did Jericho. So, but it was the first pay-per-view I bought in a long time.
Whoa. Jericho's match, they were throwing somebody into orange juice.
Mimosas. It was a mimosa challenge.
There you go. Come on. It was orange juice with champagne.
It was Orange Cassidy versus Jericho, orange juice versus champagne, a bit of the bubbly. And it was enjoyable. It was, you know what? It was a stupid stipulation, but it was fun. My daughter was ecstatic to see it the next day. She wanted to see it. My son did too. My youngest, my 4-year-old, he was cracking up when Jericho went into it. So, you know what? Good job. It was a 15-minute match. It worked enough.
If WCW would have been doing this in the 90s, you'd be giving them crap about it.
Oh, I'll still give it crap. It was I would have been happy with anything else. But you know what? They at least embraced the stupidness of it. Mm-hmm. It was no Viagra on a pole match with Vince Russo. So, the Viagra on a pole. But yeah, so there you go. But Brian, I was very
Viagra
upset.
makes polls.
Oh, this was a special poll. But yeah, Brian, it was a sad day that MJF did not win. He's better than us, and we know it. But it did not.
Apparently, he's not better than Moxley.
Bastards. Oh. Brian, you see anything this week?
Let's see. We binged Cobra Kai.
Are you all caught up?
Yeah, we're all caught up on that.
Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, I loved it. I watched it when it first came out on YouTube. And then so this was the second time through for me. Okay. It was every bit as good as I remembered it.
Okay.
And then last night, let's see, we finished up Yellowstone. And which was really good. And then we started The Boys.
Oh, I keep forgetting to watch that.
Oh, that's right. The Boys came out this week, didn't it?
First 3 episodes, yeah. But we just started the first season last night.
Oh, you didn't watch the first season?
We hadn't seen any of it yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It gets crazy. It gets more crazy.
I think we're 3. Yeah, 3. We watched the first 3 episodes.
Have you seen the Invisible Man get captured yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like episode 2.
Was it? Okay. And the main guy in it that's being introduced that his girlfriend gets killed, he can get annoying the first 6 or 7 episodes, but at the end he starts picking up. At least yeah, Huey.
I didn't think he got annoying. I just remember Jason bitching about him. I'm like, I don't even see it.
I like him. I just realized that that's Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Jeff, have you seen anything?
No, I was out of town for the extended weekend, so we didn't really get to watch much.
You had a tabletop extravaganza at your buddy's house, didn't you?
Yep, we did.
Give us 3 really good games that you liked.
3 really good games that I liked. I learned and played Orleans for the first time.
Okay.
That was a good game. Played Terraforming Mars again, which I really love and would recommend that to anybody.
You have that, right?
I do not have that.
Oh, I thought
that's my favorite game that I do not have.
I heard it's a really. Is it long?
Yes.
Okay.
And let's see what else.
Bop it.
What did you say? Bop it?
Yes, Bop It. I'm going with Bop It. That's a better one. Did you like Bop It?
Hated Bop It.
Oh, okay.
Not do Bop It. I'm trying to remember. Call to Adventure. Got to play Call to Adventure. It's a game I own that I've never played my copy of, but I played their copy, so that's great.
Okay. Brian and I beat that the other night.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Remember, Brian? 20 minutes.
It's so hard to keep up with all this stuff, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's just people are getting lazier and making the games easier or what.
We're just too smart. Maybe we're just too smart.
I mean, I didn't want to say that, but
it's true.
Kind of. I mean,
Nikki invited us to D&D down in New Zealand, and we flew down there, beat the game, and came back the same day. I mean, it's like, thanks, Nikki, but do you even have time for cheesecake?
Yeah, because I saw Nikki was on Discord. I can jump over and ask her how that went.
Go ahead. You can. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see Discord here.
No, I was kidding. What are you doing? Doug, have you seen anything?
I caught the last episode of Amy Schumer Learns How to Cook.
How was that?
It was actually pretty good. It was.
Did she learn how to cook?
Kind of. But I guess her husband's a chef or something, and
yeah.
it was actually a pretty funny show, pretty good show. That's about it.
I think she has a documentary coming out too. About
it's it like details her whole throughout her pregnancy.
Because I think she had a
ton of problems and all that kind of stuff. So
it's not behind the scenes of her to cook.
No. I think because she also had, I think, postpartum depression too with the baby, and I think that documents it too. So she's done a lot. Like, I'm not a huge fan of her. I feel like a little bit of her can go a long way, but I like that she's doing different things out there. Besides stand-up specials, I like that she's doing different things and taking chances with it.
I mean, and putting John Cena in movies.
Yeah, that's true. There's a call to make John Cena the new Sandman. It's interesting. He could do it as long as he doesn't kill Uncle Ben.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Spider-Man?
Like, you didn't say in Spider-Man. You just said, and I'm like, the new Sandman. Okay, Sandman is a wrestler. And they're going to bring John Cena back as Sandman?
Yes, he's coming back as Sandman from ECW.
Was the Neil Gaiman comic book Sandman?
Yes, he's doing a Neil Gaiman Sandman.
And I'm like, he's going to be all of those things. He bought the exclusive rights to any and all Sandman references.
I like it.
Except from Metallica. He can't be the Sandman. Yeah, he can't be
entering. Isn't there a 60s doo-wop song or something about the Sandman or what?
Mr. Sandman, give me a dream.
Yep.
He built.
He's going to be re-releasing that as a rap.
Cool. No, that's Marky Mark. That.
Is Tyson Tomko going to be with him, rapping? Oh, Tyson.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Used to starting to sing Mr. Sandman, you might have had something there.
Who?
You and Brian. You both started at the same time.
Mr. Sandman, give me a...
There could be a whole episode of people just sending in requests for you guys to sing.
I'm for it.
In quotes.
Sing.
Let's see here. We had a Twitter poll of the week. This goes a lot
I didn't even get to vote on it.
Neither did I.
I did.
He hides them so far down in his timeline.
I apologize.
There's something called pinning to the top. I don't know if you know how to do that.
I did not pin this one to the top. I apologize.
You never do.
I do on some. I just want to let you know that we finished
if it just comes out. on your timeline or whatever they call that thing on Twitter.
And Doug, I just want some apologies. We finished the Hobie Toy 1980s toy tournament. What do you think about that?
So you finished one tournament.
Yeah.
1 out of 6.
And quite honestly, there were some shady things going on.
What?
I don't think that was a legit poll.
What are you talking about?
As the poll master, you're supposed to be impartial.
Now, is that POLL or POLE?
You can't.
I've heard it both ways.
You can't see my emails from this poll, okay? So totally legit. You can't see my email. Let's see.
So what was the best Disney movie?
Robin Hood.
Have you finished that one yet?
No,
yes.
We didn't even get to the 3rd round in that one.
I think you're still in the 1st round.
I think we got through the 1st round, halfway into the 2nd, I thought.
Maybe we'll go back on that on episode 550.
I gotta say that I could be. Don't quote me on this, but this was the first tournament that we've held since I've been the intern. So I think going forward, all tournaments will be finished just because of me.
Well, we did have the Little Debbie tournament. It was a smaller tournament.
Yeah. We did have that one.
That one finished, though.
Yeah. I was going to say, we finished. So
wrongly, but it finished.
Did you do that all online? No, I thought you guys did that at the show, and then you came down to the final 2, and that's what you voted on.
Doesn't matter. Still a tournament. Still counts. Still counts. Still counts. Still counts.
So what I'm hearing is since I've been on the show, we finished tournaments.
That's what I'm hearing. Yes.
Okay.
I heard you do finish, Brian. Good job. Good job. Poll of the week. You can follow us on Bad Ideas Podcast. What actor should be recast as Indiana Jones? Because they're not starting filming this until COVID's over, probably, and by then Harrison Ford's going to be dead or 90.
So a 90-year-old Indiana Jones.
Oh God, could you imagine? That's going to be awful. Let's see. We had
Grandpa Jones.
What's that?
What?
What did you say?
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Oh. Let's see here. I do the impressions around here, okay, Brian? So calm down.
Poorly.
Yes, poorly.
I wouldn't know what you do, impressionism.
Yeah, we dubbed that impressionations.
Impressionations.
Anyways, in the poll, we had Chris Pratt, Tom Hiddleston, Carl Urban, and Armie Hammer. So, let's see here. On this one, we had in last place, Tom Hiddleston with 16% of the vote.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, he won't come on the show.
Well, that's going to prevent him from coming on our show.
Sorry, I was trying to do the Magic
That was
Johnson.
his Magic Johnson impression.
Oh, George, no, he won't come on the show. Cookie, where are you? Anyways, in 3rd place, 24%, Carl Urban. Carl! And tied, actually, we have two-way tie. Chris Pratt and Armie Hammer both had 30%. I could see a Chris Pratt one. I don't care about Armie Hammer.
He's in too much as it is, I think. I don't know if you...
5 years ago, I would have said probably yes to Chris Pratt. This time, I voted for Armie Hammer.
Mm-hmm. That's who I would have voted for. Yeah,
Doug has a tiebreaker.
The only reason I wouldn't have voted for him was hopefully that might get in the way of the Lone Ranger series of movies that he's in.
Correct.
So
correct.
That would be the only reason I wouldn't want Armie Hammer.
All I'm saying is release the Lone Ranger cut. Release it.
That's right.
Release it.
Gore Verbinski.
Who was it?
Was it Gore Verbinski?
Oh,
the guy who did the Pirates of the Caribbean in that?
Yep. Release the cut. Release the Gore cut. Release it.
Where the bad guys are actually werewolves. Release that part.
Yes. I still have yet to see that movie. Hey, it's on Disney Plus, isn't it?
No.
I thought it was supposed to be.
April, I believe.
Of next year?
April? How far along is that? Away is that?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
April.
What streaming service is like, no, you can't have the Lone Ranger film. Damn it. We're keeping that. That's our number 17,000th streaming flick.
I guess I'm going to have to buy a new iPhone so I can get Disney Plus for another year. for free.
Don't worry, you won't be paying for Quibi by then, so you'll be fine.
I will be paying for Quibi by then.
Quibi won't be around at that time.
Quibi will be around. It's not going anywhere.
You're going to have the cast of Reno 911 just come to your house and do skits. That's because you're the only one paying.
Okay. In defense of Quibi, though,
yeah.
You're coming up with a streaming service where people can watch it on their phones, and then the pandemic hits, and nobody goes to work, so nobody's riding into work.
Correct.
So they can watch stuff. I mean, it's just bad timing.
You don't watch stuff when you're driving into work.
Have you seen people? They do.
Yeah, they do.
I do.
I'm just saying, I really hope Quibi makes it out of the box. I hope they get a second season. I hope they do. Just because I want to see Brian get excited.
A second season of what?
I don't think Quibi makes it through another year. I really don't.
Well, they just announced that they're doing a second season of Reno.
They announced Comedy Central announced 4 more seasons of Tosh.0, and then they canceled it 6 months later. So it doesn't mean anything.
Shitty show.
How long is a season? I mean, they're only 9-minute long shows.
Let's see, Reno 911 they were like 8 minutes. Hang on. Let me get Quibi pulled up here.
What constitutes a season? I mean, I'm just curious if they do 10 episodes, it's not even an hour and a half.
No.
So the first season on Quibi of Reno is 25 episodes.
Okay.
And they are 6 minutes long.
Okay. So almost a movie.
6 to 8 minutes long.
Now is each episode self-contained? I mean, do they does one story arc run over 2 or 3 episodes? Or do they finish?
Not for Reno, because it's like just a different day on the TV show was never like that on Comedy Central.
Right.
But like all the other shows that I watched that are really good is one continuation of one story.
Okay.
So.
I think Quibi just sent Brian a care package because somebody opened Quibi app today. Good job, Brian! Yay!
Does it come out all at once, or is it daily, weekly?
Reno dropped in they dropped 2 different sets of episodes for the full season, but when The Fugitive, they released the first 3 or 4 episodes at once, and then every week they dropped a new one.
Okay.
So each show has just been kind of different, I guess.
Yeah, the Princess Bride released them like one a day or something, didn't they? When they did the Princess Bride movie remake.
Yeah, the Princess Bride one was one a day. Yeah.
Oh, that was
10
Quibi?
days.
That was Quibi. You didn't know that was Quibi? We talked about it, JC.
I know, but there's so many freaking streaming services. So.
It's the whole movie of the Princess Bride. It's 10 chapters.
Oh. Still not getting my money.
It's free for the first 7 days.
Do they need a credit card to get the first 7 days?
Nope.
No, that's why everyone canceled. That's why they only have 79,000
That's the best Jason
subscribers.
Sound in a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should freeze up more often, Jason.
Thank you. Shut up. Brian, do some listener feedback. And this is a special listener feedback for episode 350. Our listeners are asking us questions.
So they always ask you questions?
Yeah, isn't that what listener feedback is?
About our show.
Before we get into that, can I bring up something?
Sure.
Please.
I bought these today just to trick my daughter, but she hated them, so I'm saving them till when everybody gets back together. Zombie Skittles.
Ooh.
What are they?
I'm intrigued.
They're what is it? Berry, different cherry, berry, citrus punch, and then there is a certain amount of rotten zombie flavored.
Oh.
Now,
what a rotten zombie flavor is.
Well, here's the I picked her up from school today. I was like, oh, hey, I picked these up. You can have one. And then she started to eat them, and oh, these are good. And then she got to that one and was disgusted by it. I mean, just horrified how terrible it was. And I laughed about it. So she gave them to me, and I tried them, and it was fine. So I was looking it up, and this is it. A Skittles representative claimed the flavor changes according to one's palate. So it's hard to nail down, but for the one guy who reviewed it, it tasted like rotten egg drenched in garlic juice. Now, I didn't have that. I didn't think it was an odd flavor, but it wasn't that bad. So we're gonna have to bring these to the studio, and everybody's there, and everybody can see how bad it is.
I'm wondering if they have any of those mystery berry things that change your flavor, so then when you eat those, then the next thing you eat tastes different.
Oh.
Wonder if it's something like that, or...
We are trying to. One of our listeners asked us to do coffee, like in the jars that they sell. Dunkin' Donuts has coffee that you can just pick up and go from the cooler section. They have Twinkie flavored and Ding Dong flavored. So I've been looking for these, and I've not been able to find them.
I think I've seen them like in the like the Keurig cups, that type of thing. That's what I think I've seen them as.
Okay, because these are the jars that you can just pick up and go. So that is what we're looking for. So if anyone finds those, let me know.
So are these chilled coffees?
Yes,
chilled coffee. Are you supposed to heat them up?
Okay.
Chilled coffees. Chilled coffee drinks. And I know you don't like coffee, Jeff.
Well, I like Twinkies and Ding Dongs. So.
There you go.
And also, if anyone comes across any seasons of Mr. Belvedere on DVD, I'm still looking for it.
So, someone please buy season 1 and 2 of Mr. Belvedere for Brian.
I'll
please.
gladly accept Night Court in exchange.
He will give you a free trial of Quibi as being an official Quibi spokesperson. Please.
I was at Half Price Books yesterday, and they had
Quibi?
season 1 of a lot of different series, but no Mr. Belvedere.
Damn.
Somebody's got to have it.
You would think. Go ahead, Brian. Start us with some listener feedback.
All right. Our listener feedback is sponsored by Zombie Skittles, I guess.
There you go. I like it.
That sounds good. I'm not going to read the first one since the guest that asked the question is on the show. I think he should read his own.
Okay, so this is because it is episode 350. Whatever happened to the Jeffication segment, or Activate, or Boardroom, or Riddle Me This, or One Good Thing?
Hey, we got draft day coming up. We're bringing it back.
Ask Jeff a word of the day. Whatever happened to those things?
They silently and slowly faded away till they're dead.
It's kind of like Judy from Family Matters. We just kind of pushed it to the side.
That suffered from the Chuck Cunningham syndrome.
So, Activate, when we were the twins, what were those?
Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins.
We did about 10 episodes of that, and then we kind of got bored.
We did about 3 of them, and then we realized how terrible we were at it, so decided to just retire that.
Boardroom would have worked, but some asshole didn't give any of the other hosts an
update on what it was.
Correct. So Boardroom, I think it works. I think we should try it again. Jeffication, I don't know what happened to Jeffication.
I think there was like two episodes of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of those I think was why Star Wars wasn't sci-fi.
That's right.
And I can't remember what the second one was.
I don't even remember what it was either.
Why Star Wars is sci-fi. He went back and forth.
I think I got enough feedback of people complaining about me complaining about Star Wars. That...
Next week we're going to have Jeff do what really grinds my gears.
That's pretty much what the Jeffication segment was.
We haven't done Riddle Me This and Draft Day lately, or Plotline. So this week we are bringing back Draft Day. So
that's right. Draft. I gotta come up with things then.
Just go with the plot.
I'm fine with it. But I did have a question on Draft Day.
What's that?
Well, should we let people know what we drafting then, because we're doing new James Bond.
Yeah.
And we don't even have anybody playing M in our James Bond.
I thought that was Q.
We've got Q. Q is a different character than M.
It should be M.
Q is the quartermaster, the one who gives out all the gadgets and
that
stuff.
Should be M. That should be M.
Well, I typed it as Q, so it's going to be Q.
How about this? You get to pick Q or M, whatever.
You know,
why don't you just do both?
This is a pretty awesome draft day for someone who's never really seen any James Bond movies. So this was really fun for me, guys. Thank you.
I want to take responsibility for that. We didn't have a TV while he was growing up. That's why he's never seen Star Wars or James Bond.
It's okay, Brian. It's okay.
Hey, yeah, it is what it is, guys.
But you know what, Brian? You did go to Disney World 76 times when you were a kid. So
I did. Yes.
Who needs a TV? Who needs a TV?
We just had Avatar playing on a constant loop.
Brian, what's the next question?
Let's see. Our next question comes from mine and Jim's boss from Dana Gardens.
Oh.
He asks, of all of your interns, who was / is the worst, and why is it intern Hackney?
Oh.
It isn't intern Hackney.
This is just my boss's way of trying to hurt my feelings.
I know. But I'll say the worst was the intern that got lost in the wilderness of Canada.
Yeah, she never came back. She went up there with Craig Nickel for the hockey report. And just like Nickel, she got lost into the wilds too. We don't know where either of them are at. Yeah, I'm going to say I agree with you, Jeff. She was the worst. I will give you that.
I don't even remember what her name was.
Amy.
It wasn't Amy.
Anyways. It was sad. We had Quasimodo for a while, intern Quasi.
Oh, we did have Quasimodo as an intern.
Yeah. He was good. The problem is, though, he couldn't get under the table to fix the electric because his hump kept hitting the table, and it just didn't work out. We had a couple different ones. Rocket. We had intern Rocket.
Yeah, we had Rocket. Rocket was terrible, too.
Yeah, Rocket was terrible.
Just for the record, 10 years from now, when this is getting, chastised because you're being an ableist and a poor man with a hump isn't allowed working for you.
Correct.
I had nothing to do with this.
That's fine.
It's all on you.
That's fine. We'll stand by it.
Downfall of Jason Brigger.
It doesn't take much. I don't have much.
He's anti-hump.
Type of hump. Sorry. Brian, keep going. What else we got?
I'd just like to say thank you for expressing why. What the things about what I do that makes me the worst. I really appreciate you guys coming to my defense for this question. So thank you.
We're here for you.
I would have, but I was more concerned about this. I thought the bar was named Dana Gardens, but now you're saying your boss is named Dana Gardens.
Well,
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Your boss is named Dana Gardens. He named his bar
after himself.
His own name.
Yeah.
Somebody with that type of ego, I wouldn't, listen to what he say either.
You mean like Walt Disney?
He did not name it Walt Disney World. He was naming it Disney World. After he died, his brother named it Walt Disney World, so you want to forget him. Don't come at me with that crap.
I'm saying he named his company Walt Disney Productions, and everything after that came...
He only had half an ego, Jeff. Come on now. He only was going to name it Disney World.
But it wasn't just Walt Disney. It was Walt Disney Productions. It's not Dana Gardens Bar. It's Dana Gardens.
Well, it is Bar and Grill, isn't it?
It is not.
Oh.
It is just Dana Gardens.
Oh, never mind then. All right, you got me.
So when Jason opens a restaurant, it's going to be Jason Brigger.
I will not ever eat there.
What would he serve at his restaurant called Jason Brigger? Next week's episode.
Next week's top 5.
Listener feedback. Send us in signature dishes for Jason Brigger, the restaurant.
I don't like any of you.
This next question segments really good into just what happened. From Randall Holt, he wants to know what the most awkward moment in the last 349 episodes was.
I got this one.
I was about to say when Jason was being an ableist and making fun of Quasimodo, but that was in episode 350, so I suppose it doesn't count.
I would say one of our guests that was only on twice and never again was making a joke about ex-girlfriend and said the ex-girlfriend's name. And at the end of the episode, we're like, oh, that was a real person. Oh, yeah, F her. Yep, got to go back and delete that. So that was a fun edit. Fuck you. And he's never been on the show again. So that was.
Is that Jeff Morris?
No, it was not.
Okay. Who is it?
I can't say. Anyways, and then
Blake.
Blake has had several that Jeff has had, and I had to go back and.
I was going to say, I've been on a few episodes with Blake where it's, what did he just say?
Yes. Yeah. We had to go back and change some of those.
I too have only been on a few episodes with Blake.
You have?
If you want really awkward, I would go back to episode 1 and just episode 1, all of it.
I have not heard episode 1 in a long time.
I was awkward moment was when you interviewed the Bigfoot guy at the paranormal
festival.
Episode
44 through 46 was the paranormal, and it was the Bigfoot guy. And I think it was the awkward moment was when he's like, because he's a Bigfoot hunter. And Jeff was like, I can't do this. You need to do the whole interview. I was like, thanks, ass. So then the best part was I had to interview him, and he was saying something about how, he's a Bigfoot hunter, and he doesn't believe that shit that some people believe, that Bigfoot's a pet of the aliens, and that he was just left here by accident like a stray dog. I don't believe that. That's just crazy talk. You got a point there, sir. Is that the line you're drawing right now? Okay, thanks. So that was awkward. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, asshole. So.
You were the one that asked to interview him.
Yeah. Great.
All right. Moving on from Nisi. She would like to know what your favorite / most memorable episode is. Is it one of those eps that we should go back to and listen for us who will never fully catch up on them all? She'd like to start at number 1 and work her way up to where I started listening, but let's be real, that takes too much time.
It's a lot of time. I got one, but Jeff, you go ahead.
I think I really liked the episode, what was it titled? The I Like You, Pontius Pilate, I Think I'll Kill You Last.
That did get a good one. That
was one of the early ones I think I really liked.
I thought John Candy smelled bad on the inside or on the outside. That was a really good episode. That was a really fun episode. And then one of my all-time favorite, I felt like this is the one that we started getting the groove. I go back to this a lot, is episode 30 from August of 2014. And it was Blake was on the show about 3 months at that point, and he was a permanent fixture at that point. And as opposed to now.
Unlike now.
And, yes. And it was Weekend at Cobain's, episode 30.
Oh.
And, we were doing draft day, and he picked Kurt Cobain, the corpse of him. And it was just a funny episode that I thought we all gelled really well, like it was starting to come together. Then we fell off the rails, but I like that episode a lot. And the John Candy one is one of my favorites. And I do like the Expo episodes just because they're out of our element. They're totally different. You have no idea what's going on. People just show up. I like the Expos episodes. I know not everybody does because they don't all like the live thing, and I get that. But I enjoy doing it, having those episodes and kind of having no real guideline to what's happening. So.
I got to say, one of my ones that I liked was when you were bashing on Worsley. And then you found out the next episode that the guy was like a military hero and it was doing stuff for charity when he passed away, and the backtracking that you had to do. That was.
I think that goes under the awkward question.
Yeah, I was going to say that answer right there could answer the last two. Either of the last two questions. That was one of my favorites.
I believe Worsley was an ass for not wearing a jacket in Antarctica. You know, I'm just saying, if he wore a jacket, he wouldn't have a bad award named after him. I'm just saying.
And by not wearing a jacket, we mean he went unaided.
That's
Apparently,
right.
Not wearing a jacket or wearing a jacket means you're getting aid.
I'm just saying that if he would have called my mom, he would have been okay and had a jacket. I'm just saying.
I would like to ask Nisi to do this, though. Please listen to all these episodes, and if she could write down what the top 5 and bad ideas were for each one, that would be greatly appreciated.
Would save me a lot of time.
Yes.
A lot of cataloging, archiving, things that I just haven't really been able to get to since all the previous interns are nowhere to be found, and I can't get any information from them.
I'll be honest, Brian. You might want to be on our good side because no one's heard from any of the previous interns after this. So just saying, just think about that.
Not too worried about that, Jason.
Okay. Yeah, you're good as long as Quibi's around because you're our Quibi correspondent. So that's good.
Listen,
that's good.
Quibi and Redbox On Demand are not going anywhere.
Neither is Blockbuster.
Yeah. All right, moving on from Steve at EILFM. How many episodes? Yes. How many episodes has Jason mispronounced words with 4 or few letters in them?
Now, every episode he mispronounced, but 4 or fewer? Probably only about 340.
Okay. I was going to say, Jeff, because wash is a 4-letter word.
Oh.
Warsh is a 5-letter word.
Yes. Arn, you know. 4-letter word.
But most of the time he's saying Washington, or you know, it's a longer word.
I don't like any of you. So over under, what do you think, Jeff? How many episodes?
I said 340.
Oh, you said 340. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I'm saying there are 9 out there. You didn't mispronounce one word.
Thanks, Jeff.
Are those the episodes he wasn't on?
Oh, good point. Yeah, well, yeah, there's at least 4 episodes he wasn't on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll give you the benefit and say only half, Jason.
Oh, thanks.
Only 175 episodes have you mispronounced a 4-letter word.
I have a speech impediment, okay? That's why. That is why.
That is not true.
Well, I did.
I did when I was 6 have a speech impediment, but now I can't pronounce easy to pronounce words.
Brian, go ahead and skip the next one because that's not themed here this week. That was left on by accident. You messed up, but that's okay. Let's go to the Besotted Geek.
All right, from the Besotted Geek. He would like to know who was your favorite guest that had their camera off for 95% of the show.
Besotted Geek might be the one. You know what? I think I'm going to go with Steve and Izzy from EILFM because they did turn the camera on to show us Cool Ranch the one time. So
You're right. I'll give you that.
I'm going with them as our favorite guest that had the camera off for 95% of the show. Stork is number 2.
My pick is Jim last week showing us his ceiling fan.
Yeah, at this point, Jim is relegated to guest status, I think.
There's also a bonus question from Besotted Geek. He would like to know, does Jeff still get his annual furry rabies shot?
No. You only need 1. It's not really an annual shot. Yeah, it's not like a flu shot where you get a new one every year because they're different strains. Once you get the furry rabies shot, you should be good. unless they find a new strain of furry rabies, but they haven't alerted me that there has been.
Do you take that in the arm or the butt, Jeff? Where do you take that?
I'll take it wherever they give it.
Oh, hey.
I mean, no comment.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Wrapping it up here from Professor Number 1 at Doctor Number 1. He would like to know when he can be on the show.
Ever?
Wow. That was kind of rough, Jeff. Jeez.
He's outside your window right now. Do you want to let him in and be on the show?
No. I don't want anyone to come in my house, so that's fine. He's just added to the list.
Yeah, he definitely swung by my house last week. We watched, we finished the first season of Reno 911 on Quibi through the window. I was on the couch. He was outside the window. So.
And he could see it on your phone, you know? I mean, that makes it a lot difficult.
These iPhones have great resolution, Jeff. The technology has really come a long way.
Could he hear it? I mean, I suppose he had his binoculars to...
I opened the window and ran my second headphone out and then shut it.
Gotcha.
Erica had to work that night. So just in case anybody had.
Not all heroes wear capes.
That's right. We got draft day coming up. Jeff, can you give me a draft day theme?
Draft day, we want a draft day. Hobie, history of bad ideas.
Yeah! From Henno. Okay, so draft day, we're getting to it, Doug, whether you want to or not. We're getting to it here. You didn't think we would, but we're only 56 minutes into this. We got, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Draft day. Draft a new James Bond film. Draft day is each one of us gets to draft it's like a fantasy football draft or any fancy draft. We can draft any spot we want with an actor or anybody, actually fictional or non-fictional person. It doesn't matter. But once they're picked, they can't be picked again. And then we ask the listeners who had the best one. So, with that being said, Doug, you can go first. You're the guest. We got James Bond, Bond's love interest, M or Q, whichever one.
What are the differences?
M is the one that gives him the missions and is a badass. Usually a female. It's the female, right? So
usually it was a man. Judi Dench played him in the 7 most recent until Spectre, and it was what's his name? Gary Oldman. And you said it 3 times. Great. He's going to show up at somebody's house now. That's how it works. Say Gary Oldman 3 times, and he shows up.
And the villain. So you got 4 of them because there's 4 of us here. So Doug, you go first. Who do you pick, and what character?
I'm going with the villain, and I'm going to go with Dr. Teeth.
From Muppets.
Whoa!
I like that one.
Dr. Teeth, the villain?
I think he has the look of the villain.
Well, now I can't draft him for James Bond.
I like that one. Brian, you go next. Keep in the family.
All right. Since I don't know anything about any of this, I can't really fuck any of it up. So I'm going to go with James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Tom Hopper.
Who?
Tom Hopper. He plays the space boy in the Umbrella Academy.
Okay. Thank you. Dr. Teeth was your number 1 pick, wasn't it? And then Doug took it from you. It's okay.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, he didn't.
Let's see here. Jeff, go ahead.
The sad part was this is who I had down for my James Bond. I was going with Gonzo the Great.
Oh.
Wow. Gonzo rocks a good tuxedo.
He does.
He does.
I mean, I can't use Dr. Teeth in my movie now, so
okay.
I'm still using Gonzo.
I got some competition now. Okay.
I'm going to M. Since I thought it was originally Q, I had no idea. It was the same character I wanted, though. M. I'm going M. I'm going Gillian Anderson from X-Files. I think that she could pull it off. I like that one. So I'm going.
I think her name is pronounced Jillian.
Jillian?
Yes. I know it can be pronounced, different people pronounce it different ways, but I think for her it is Jillian.
Kind of like the hockey player Patrick Waugh in Canada, Patrick Roy in America.
Yes.
Got it.
That's not how we
So put it on the board. Do you mispronounce something?
No, it's correct. Doug, what's your next pick? Round 2.
I'm going to go with Bond's love interest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with Janice.
Thank you. Good call. Very good call. Very good call.
So the love interest, Bond's love interest, is in Dr. Teeth, the villain's band. Ooh, this is intriguing already.
I thought you meant Janice from Friends.
Oh my God!
Change it to that.
Jeff, you still have a shot.
No,
you still have a pick. Brian, what's your next pick?
My second pick, I'm gonna go with the villain, and I will take Walter Wolf.
Who is that?
He is one of the villains from the Animaniacs.
Animaniacs, yes, good one.
Animaniacs. Okay, that's good one. Jeff, what's yours?
I'm going to go with Bond's love interest. It's got to be Camilla the chicken.
I like how you guys both have done Muppet for the Bonds. And it's not staged.
Whoa.
Just both went for it.
Nobody said
what our
it's
other
all
picks
Muppets.
are going to be.
Yeah.
You don't know what our other picks are going to be.
My bad. I'm going Bond's love interest as well. To run on Bond's love interest. I'm going Lauren Cohen from Maggie from Walking Dead. I think she could pull it off. I like that pick. She's feisty. She could kick some ass. And I would pay to watch that. So it's my round 2 pick. Doug, what's your round 3 pick?
I'm going to pick Q over M.
Okay, that's the one in charge of the gadgets.
That's
yeah,
the quartermaster.
I think you got to pick somebody smart, technological savvy.
Oh.
I'm going with Zoot.
Oh, is he the dynamite guy?
No.
No.
He's the saxophone player in the Electric Mayhem.
Okay. Who's the dynamite guy?
Crazy Harry?
You might be
Crazy
right.
Harry.
You might be right.
Did everybody freeze up?
No, we're here.
Jason did for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I opened up a Corona Light or a Corona Seltzer and I just broke everything.
There you go. You ruined everything, Jason.
Blackberry lime.
How was that one? That sounds good.
I don't know. We're going to try it in a second.
I top you.
Good.
You
got a
chocolate
malt?
Actual malt, not a shake, a malt.
With malted powder.
But
you didn't say chocolate peanut butter. You're missing a key ingredient, Doug.
No.
The United Dairy Farmers in Cincinnati has, by us, I'm sure it's everywhere, but they have ice cream, peanut butter and jelly ice cream that you can get. You can get it in a shake or a malt. Oh, it's so good. It is so damn good.
When we're done recording, I got a UDF around the corner. I think I might go get a peanut butter and jelly malt.
Okay.
Have you ever had it, Jeff?
No. This is the first I've heard about.
Good.
I usually have chocolate peanut butter, but peanut butter jelly sounds good.
Have you had the peanut butter and jelly ice cream from Grader's?
No. Brad from the Cinema Guys has told us that it is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot find it. Find it.
Have you been to a Grader's location?
No, I can't.
That's probably why you can't find it.
Well, no, the grocery stores sell a lot. I will say the peanut butter and jelly ice cream that they sell in UDF, United Dairy Farmers, I have had that in a cup, and it's really good too. So,
what is the ice cream? Because the peanut butter.
It's peanut butter tasting, and then there is jelly sections in it.
Okay,
it's really good.
The peanut butter and jelly from Grader's I saw was grape ice cream with peanut butter in it.
Ooh. Well, we need to do a taste test comparison.
Yes.
Wow.
Remind me next Tuesday. I'll have to make a trip to UDF and a trip to Graders and try to get
twist
one
your
of
arm,
each.
Jeff. Twist your arm.
And then I'll take them both and put them into a shake together.
Who are we on? Jeff, are we on you? Or no, Brian, I think we're on. Third round.
Brian's third pick.
All right. Third round, I'm going to go love interest. I'm going to go Rosario Dawson.
Oh.
Brian just won.
Rosario. Okay, sorry. Jeff, go ahead.
There's the peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I like the other one better. I like the other one better.
I don't know.
That's more like jelly and peanut butter.
Well, good point.
I'm going to go with my villain now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Alex Trebek.
He is kind of a condescending ass. It's a good one. I'm going to go with my James Bond. And I'm going with it's a tough one for me. I think I like him. I'm going the smarter one than the stronger one. I'm going Tom Hiddleston. I really think Tom Hiddleston could pull it off.
Brian disagrees.
You don't even know what Bond is. Shut it, okay?
I don't know what it is, but I know what Tom Hiddleston is, and he's no James Bond.
Fine, I'm taking it back. I'm doing the other one. Forget, not Tom Hiddleston. Fine. I'm going Michael Fassbender.
Nah.
Okay, I'm not doing that one.
That's even worse, I think.
Okay, fine. This is my last pick. Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead. I'm doing Andrew Lincoln.
Wasn't he in Love Actually?
Yes, he was.
Actually.
Yeah, actually, he was. I'm going, fine. You know what? I'm going Andrew Lincoln. Fuck you all. I don't care. You know what? No, screw you. I'm going back to Tom Hiddleston. I'm going back to Hiddleston.
Good. Andrew Lincoln's available for me now.
Doug, what's your round 4 here? What is it?
Round 4 is James Bond, and mine's much better than Jason's. I'm going with Floyd Pepper.
Okay.
I can see that.
Okay.
So is that blonde guy in the band who showed up sometime in the 80s who no one knew who he was, but apparently is in the band now? Is he in your movie at all?
Not at all. No.
Okay.
We don't know who he is.
You don't have that fucking whistling Muppet now, do you? That one that just showed up in the Muppets.
Oh, Walter?
Yeah, fuck him.
No, I didn't like him. No.
He's a piece of shit. He's in the Muppets shorts on Disney Plus. Oh my god.
Is that the one that's like the web series?
I don't know. Yeah.
The new one?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I'm 3 episodes in, I think. It's okay. There's humorous skits to it.
Yeah.
But it's not as good as the Miss Piggy's late night talk show.
No, you know what? I did watch a couple episodes of that recently. I love that series, The Muppets, that was on ABC. Yeah. I really enjoyed that one. It was a different take on it. But the new on Disney Plus, I can't fucking stand Walter. Every time he's on, I'm like, skip. He whistles, yay. Brian, what's yours? Round 4.
Round 4, I'm gonna go with Q, I suppose. Since I don't know what it is, or who that is. But that will be, for me, Garth Algar.
That is a perfect cue. I remember all the gadgets he made in Wayne's World movie.
That's good. Jeff, what's yours?
I've got Q/M left, so I'm going to do a twofer. I'm doing Q and M. I'm doing what's her name? Tomax and Zaymot. One will be Q, the other will be M.
From G.I. Joe?
Yep.
The twins? I like it. Brian would like that one. I got the villain left. This is Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Hour's last name is 4 letters long?
Yeah.
Okay, so every episode you've mentioned his name has been a 4-letter word mispronounced.
I was way under.
I'm going for the villain. I am going old school because he's going, or an older guy. he's going to have a monster of a henchman to attack, so he doesn't need to be the muscle. I'm going just based on Yellowstone commercials I've seen. Kevin Costner. I'm going Kevin Costner. Is he the bad guy in Yellowstone?
No.
Oh. Well, those commercials lied.
He is the bad guy in Draft Day, though.
Well, yes.
No, he's not.
And Dances with Wolves.
He works for the Cleveland Browns. Of course he's the bad guy.
There's some Cleveland Browns issues floating around that I'd like to bring up since Blake's not on the show to defend himself.
Is it the ODB rumors?
I don't know. The old dirty bastard doesn't play for the Browns. OBJ does.
OBJ.
Yeah.
The OBJ rumor.
Yeah.
Would it surprise you if old dirty bastard is playing for the Browns? It really wouldn't.
It wouldn't. I mean, probably not. But.
So, real quick here, Doug, we had a fantasy football draft last week or yesterday, and the league that you were in is still kicking around. You can keep 10 guys from round 7 through 12. So last night we get to round 7, and there's not many people left because there's 12 teams, 10 keepers each.
There's already been 120 capped from previous years.
And then you got the first 6 rounds. So you have some rookies that fall. Baker Mayfield fell to the 7th pick in the keeper round.
Yeah, I was ready to pick him with the 8th pick in the
wow.
keeper round.
He just kept falling and falling. Everybody picked someone like younger rookie quarterbacks went before him. He's proven to be a quarterback, like a professional quarterback, but yeah, he fell to the 7th keeper pick.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Good news is he went to a team that I was an asshole team anyways, owner, so I figured it suits. But yeah, so there you go. So here we go with our picks. Real quick, James Bond for me was Tom Hiddleston. Bond's love interest was Lauren Cohen. M is Gillian Anderson. And the villain is Kevin Costner. Brian, what you got?
James Bond, I've got Tom Hopper. Love interest, Rosario Dawson. Q, Garth Algar. And the villain, Walter Wolf.
Okay. Jeff?
I have James Bond, Gonzo the Great, his love interest, Camilla the Chicken. Q and M are Tomax and Zaymont. And the villain is Alex Trebek.
Doug?
I have James Bond as Floyd Pepper. His love interest is Janice. Q is Zoot. And the villain is Dr. Teeth.
We're going to let Niecy pick this one. She picks the winner of this one.
And when I say Alex Trebek is the villain, I don't mean Alex Trebek is an actor portraying a villain. I mean the villain is Alex Trebek.
Okay. Bond has to talk to him in just questions. That's all you can do.
It's one of the games they have to play to break.
That's right. Let's see. Let's do some News of the Geek. News of the Geek. Real quick here. Pour Up Rocks. Let's see here. Oh, Jeannie just sent a message saying, I hope you guys have a great show. Love to all of us. Look at that.
Oh, well, thank you, Jeannie.
When Brian gets back, we'll let him do the Cleveland Browns news, too. Let's see. Pour Up Rocks. The Ice Bucket Challenge took over the internet in 2014 and 15. Oh, simpler time.
Yeah.
As a viral stunt involved a bucket of ice cold water being dumped over someone's head to promote awareness for ALS. Everyone took part, including Game of Thrones cast, Rihanna, Kermit the Frog, and even President Obama. Let's see here. So it raised a ton of money for research back then and may have helped fund a breakthrough. NBC News reports that experimental medication may slow the progression of ALS, researchers reported last week. The research was supported in part by donations from the Ice Bucket Challenge that raised more than $200 million worldwide for research for a cure. Good for them. Good for that.
Yeah, I agree.
The medication isn't a cure for the neurological disorder, but it may help slow the inexorable disability caused by ALS, which rapidly...
I don't even know what word that was supposed to be. Now I got to find it in the...
INEXORABLE.
You know,
Yeah, see?
No, I'm trying to read it now.
Which rapidly destroys the nerve cells that control the muscles that allow us to move, speak, eat, and breathe. Let's see here. Dr. Sabrina Pagonian, neuromuscular specialist. Shut up, Massachusetts General Hospital.
But on the board.
I'm trying to read a serious conversation here. The Ice Bucket Challenge was an important turning point in the fight against ALS. It put ALS on the map and raised awareness of the disease, and attracted more investigators and investment to the research. So, good for them on that.
Oh, that was fuzzy, Brian.
That was fuzzy, Brian. What are you holding up?
Hang on.
Okay.
I gotta unable my. I got some pretty fancy mixed nuts.
Oh, those are pretty fancy.
Wow.
I do have one, little bone to pick with that last statement. Yeah. I don't think the Ice Bucket Challenge put ALS on the map. I think Lou Gehrig put ALS on the map.
He was an ass, though, wasn't? Nope, that's Ty Cobb. Nope.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wrong one. I like how Doug tried to stop me from my comment, and he knew I just lost it. That was Ty Cobb. My bad. Not Lou Gehrig.
Breath of Silence, Lou Brock.
Breath of Silence, Ralphus, Chris Jericho's bodyguard.
Last year.
Yep.
Did we Breath of Silence Tom Seaver? That was
we didn't. Tom Seaver.
That was after last week too. Fun fact. Well, as much as facts can be fun.
About death?
Well, yeah, it was. I already forgot his name. Brain
Tom
not
Seaver?
working.
Ralphus?
No, the other one. No, the
Lou
other
Brock.
one. Lou Brock. Thank you.
Ty Cobb?
The batter that Tom Seaver faced the most in his career was Lou Brock. And the pitcher that Lou Brock faced the most in his career was Tom Seaver.
Do you think Lou Brock killed Tom Seaver and then was good with just dying after that? Like,
are you calling it a murder-suicide?
I'm asking because,
fuck you, Seaver. Oh, my Lord, Jason.
Wow.
Just asking.
Wow.
The truth needs to come out. Hashtag truth of Brock. Brock truth. I'm just asking.
I'd like to apologize to the Seaver and Brock families on behalf of this podcast.
I have to admit, Seaver was one of my favorite pitchers growing up. I love Tom Seaver.
My wife got a hit off of Tom Seaver.
She got a what?
A hit off of Tom Seaver. She
got hit on by Tom Seaver? What?
She got a hit off of Tom Seaver.
Oh.
How?
She played for her high school softball team, and there was some function or something, and he was there, and he was pitching to, they had baseball players and softball players, and she got a hit off of him.
Is that
I
more?
was going to say Tom Seaver did look better in a Reds uniform than in a Mets uniform.
Yeah.
They really glossed over his Reds career. I mean, everything I saw was, just about the Mets. And,
his no-hitter was with a Red.
Right, but they never
years.
They never really mentioned it. It was, he went to the Mets, and then, he went back to the Mets, and he got his 300th win with the White Sox. It's like, what about the no-hitter? Yeah.
I still have the best Tom Seaver action card, baseball card. He's in a jacket in the dugout. That's his baseball card 1 year. I'm like,
it was called an action card?
No, I'm joking, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's watching the game. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
It
Tops.
was probably the only picture that they were able to get from him that spring training or something.
Good old Tom. So, let's see here. We're going to go on Black Panther. We talked about this a little bit last week. Sudden passing of Chadwick Boseman is still difficult for many people to comprehend. Sent shockwaves through the Hollywood community. Boseman's friends and colleagues at Marvel Studios were hit hard, especially by the news, because the actor had chosen to keep his 4-year battle with colon cancer private.
Colon? Did you say colon?
Colon. Shut up, Jeff.
With colon cancer.
I was going to let that one slide.
Anyways, good news is Comixology, the comic book app, all Black Panther issues are free. They just released them all, so you can go onto the Comixology app and just download them. Read Black Panther. Doug has Black Panther right there, the stuffed animal.
We'll be giving them away at the expo this week.
Oh,
never mind.
Yeah, thanks, Doug.
My wife did make the comment, "Oh, well, since you're going to miss it, since this year didn't happen, you don't need to buy any Funko Pops. You have enough in storage." Nope, still coming by, still coming.
Going back to the Chadwick Boseman thing, there's a couple things I had heard. Mm-hmm. One is Elizabeth Olsen had to shut down her Instagram. Did you hear about that?
No.
Because apparently she didn't come out with a tribute to him fast enough, and people were attacking her.
Oh.
And then, no, this one wasn't as bad, but I guess people were going to what was her name? Letitia Wright, the Shuri. Yeah. I guess they were going to her, going, "You need to be Black Panther. You need to be Black Panther." Her friend had just died. Yeah. I don't think she really gave a damn about the movie at the time.
And it's not
give it some time.
It's not like we're talking or websites talking about who should play Black Panther.
Right.
We have no connection to Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
Websites don't either. People were bitching about that. Oh, this website was talking about Black Panther too. Who the fuck cares? They're talking about it.
Well, when it's 2 hours after his death was announced, it seemed that was true. A little quick.
I'm talking like a week later. The websites were still getting hit. But yeah, when you're going to the actress, who obviously was friends with him and worked with him for 4 films, why don't you shut the fuck up? So, and
why do we need a statement from every single Marvel actor? What's that proof?
And Elizabeth Olsen, as much as I dislike the Scarlet Witch character, leave her the fuck alone.
Wrong. She's awesome.
Horrible.
So you're not going to be watching WandaVision?
Yes. That's going to be finished, Doug. Come on. I'm still in for Winter Soldier. Bucky and Falcon.
WandaVision was first, wasn't it?
Yeah, they flipped them.
Oh, did they?
WandaVision, I believe, is December.
I thought that the WandaVision has to come out before the other ones do, is what I thought the order that they had them in.
Is it Bucky and Falcon or Winter Soldier and Falcon?
Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Okay. That's the one I want. Anyway, so on this in this article, apparently Chadwick Boseman was, quote, convinced until about a week before his death that he was going to beat cancer and would be able to gain the weight back for a Black Panther sequel that was scheduled to go into production in March. This would explain why he chose not to reveal his diagnosis to anyone outside of his immediate family, and even Kevin Feige only learned about Chadwick's health problems by email on the night he died.
Ooh.
According to the sources, Disney is processing its grief, and its focus at this stage is to pay tribute to Boseman and not on the making of a Black Panther sequel. There are several options open to Marvel once they are ready to address the future. Recasting T'Challa would not be a good idea. Nope.
I think I just read today, I don't know when it came out, but they came out and said they are looking in for Shuri to take over the Black Panther mantle. I think Disney put out a statement that that's what their plans are going to be.
The other thing I saw was M'Baku.
Okay.
The guy that runs the Winter Tribe, the Snow Tribe up in the mountains. I like him a lot, but I think it's rightfully he goes to Shuri and be done with it. And she takes it over in the books anyways. So.
Well, I mean, Shuri, I'm assuming, is who's been running Wakanda the last 5 years anyway.
Yeah.
As far. They never showed whether she got.
No, she was dusted. I thought.
Out. I don't think they ever showed if she was or not. And then I thought I read an article that said she wasn't, but they never showed her.
Okoye wasn't. She was not.
She was not. They showed her, but I don't remember. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch if Shuri does dust out. I don't remember.
I thought in what was it, Endgame or Infinity? Yeah, I think it was Endgame where I guess screens in the back they're showing the people that disappeared, and she was one of them.
Oh,
they also showed Scott Lang because they thought he was dusted.
Yeah, but
did didn't she come out with Black Panther?
Yeah,
she came out, but so did Okoye, who we know. That
my
was just that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
after they snapped back, being teleported to the battlefield.
My son was sick last week for 2 days, and he
watched.
They
don't wear shoes to school.
That's right. He had tapeworm. But
be ringworm.
Ringworm. Okay. Sorry, he had ringworm.
No, tapeworm was much more enjoyable.
Anyways, he watched Infinity War, and then he watched Avengers Endgame, and I came upstairs to check on him, and I sat down and watched, I think, the last 2 hours of Endgame. The final battle is amazing. I love that. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm beginning to like Endgame more, the whole film, the more I watch it. And it's a long one, but I really wasn't a big fan of it until the final hour. But the more I watch it, the more I really enjoy it. And just Captain America getting the Thor's hammer is amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Thor going, I knew it. I mean, that was... God, it was just awesome.
We all knew it. We saw it wobble when Captain America tried to pick it up in Age of Ultron.
But just Thor saying, I knew it. So there you go. Real quick here, because we're running a little bit late, but Brian, what is your Cleveland Browns news? What you got?
So earlier this morning...
Old dirty bastard.
What's that?
Yeah, earlier this morning, old dirty bastard.
So this morning, hashtag Cleveland Steamers became a trending topic on Twitter. And it comes to find out that OBJ, according to a former lady friend of his, enjoys getting Cleveland steamed.
I'm
getting
now
shat upon.
That is
Thank you, Jeff.
How does that make it enjoyable?
I don't know. I mean, if you have a fecal fetish, I suppose it does, but no, it's just no.
Like, I guess dressing up as a furry, whatever, as Jeff does, and having sex with the squirrel. I mean, a guy dressed like a squirrel, sure, go for it. But fecal
or woman, we don't know.
That's true.
I was going to ask, is Jeff dressed as a squirrel? That's the guy you're talking about?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Really?
When we get in the big yip pile, nobody knows who is what.
The fuck is a yip pile?
Or is it yip? It's the pile that furries jump into. Might be yip, not yip. I don't remember. Look it up, Jason.
No!
So my question is it just coincidence that he plays for the Cleveland Browns and he likes this, or is it something that he's just wandered into since he's became a Browns player?
Well, brown is the color of the...
But I've always been told
steamer.
If it was brown, you flush it down, not put it on somewhere in this.
Here at Hobie, we don't care.
Skin.
Here at Hobie, we have no issues with whatever you like. Hell, if you want to do a character from Avatar, go for it. Consentently. But and again, if it makes you happy and it's between two consenting adults, who cares? But that's kind of odd. Like, I don't know how you can get turned on by fecal matter. That is disgusting. No.
Well, we all know you couldn't understand it because you're germaphobe.
Yes.
But no, I don't understand it either.
Which my wife has always told me, well, I know you would never cheat on me with a hooker because that wouldn't happen. Here, I brought some Clorox wipes.
A yiff pile is what you meant.
Yeah, not yip.
Yiff. Okay. A dog pile of furries, usually used as a joke or as a way to interact with a large group of friends.
Like you just lay on top of each other?
And there's sex involved.
Brian is looking confused.
Brian had a confused look.
So, Jeff, with the furry... Go ahead, Jeff. Brian.
What if you're dressed as a dog and you're in the dog pile? Then what happens? Is it all like doggy style?
Probably. If you're dressed as a dog, it's probably because you like doggy style. So.
I got questions, friends. I got questions. Where'd Jason go?
I don't know.
But I will let you know, my entire knowledge of the furry culture came from that one episode of CSI. So. There was a furry convention in Las Vegas.
Yes.
There was a crime or a murder that happened.
Yes. There's got to be interesting stories for stuff like that in Vegas.
Oh, I'm sure there is. But it stays in Vegas.
Yes, it does. Well, okay. Well,
I suppose we're going on to the box office news.
This is where he usually says, Jeff, give me some box office news music.
Okay. Doug, give me some box office news music.
Oh shit. Box office news with Jeff.
All right, perfect.
Nice.
Box office news from September 4th through September 7th. Number 1 this week, Tenet made $20.2 million in its opening weekend on a $200 million budget.
Wow.
I haven't seen it yet, but I may end up going sometime this week.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry, just found out my garage door is open.
Oh, you're the only one losing it.
You just didn't want your furries to run away.
Sorry, I got excited with it being in a yiff, so just got me all hot. Whew. Are we doing box office news?
Yes, we're talking about Tenet.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to move on unless you had something you wanted to say about Tenet.
No.
Okay. Number 2, The New Mutants made another $3.6 million, a total of $12.3 million on a $100 million budget. At number 3, Unhinged made $2.2 million, a total of $12 million on a $33 million budget. Bill and Ted Face the Music made $809,794, a total of $2.3 million on a $25 million budget. And The Personal History of David Copperfield made $430,000, a total of $1.1 million on a $15.6 million budget. And I am still disappointed it's not The Magician.
Look at me. I'm married to
Claudia Schiffer.
There you go. Going to say Brigitte Nielsen, but that's Flavor Flav.
And they didn't get married.
Oh, sorry. Those crazy kids.
They're still in.
Stallone did marry her. And then she married some
ODB
soccer player, maybe?
Brian, I was watching Rocky 4 today. They had a Rocky marathon on today. Watched the end of 3 and then I watched most of 4.
And then all of 5 because it's better than 4.
Rather have a Cleveland steamer.
Yes.
What we got, Jeff?
Upcoming, opening September 11th, we have I Am Woman.
Helen Reddy's popular song I Am Woman becomes an anthem for the women's movement in the 1970s. Let's see. It stars Tilda Cobham Hervey, Evan Peters, Molly Broadstoke, Danielle McDonald, and Matthew Carteropole. I'm not going to say that right.
Nope.
It's an Australian biographical film about singer Helen Reddy.
I am woman, hear me roar. In numbers too big to ignore. Those are the only words I know.
I see a music podcast in the future. It's
where all I do is sing.
You guys sing. Listeners, put in your requests.
Let's do it.
Challenge is out. Our singing challenge.
I can go higher. No, that's not Creed. What's higher? Higher by Creed. Never mind.
I can go higher.
I can take you higher.
You are the
wind
higher. Beneath my wings. Is that what you were trying to say?
I can take you higher.
I'd like to ask Brian a question right here.
Yes.
On this next upcoming movie, how many names does Jason pronounce right?
Upcoming this weekend, we have
0.
Sybil.
No chance.
Sybil. That's Sibyl.
A sly, sultry character from filmmaker Justine Triet. That's close.
Justine was right.
Sybil, Sibyl, follows a psychotherapist played by Virginie Efira, who decides to quit her practice and return to writing instead. As Sybil starts dropping patients, she begins to struggle with excess time and a lack of inspiration until she gets a call from Margot, played by Adele, a young actress wrapped
Adele up. What? Not Adele the singer.
No, it's Adele. Escargot. A young actress wrapped up in a dramatic affair with her co-star Igor, played by Gaspard. Ueli, who was in the Disney movie, who happens to be married to the film's director, Sandro Hula. Oh my God, it's still going on. Becoming further enmeshed in Margot's life, Sybil starts to blur past and present, fiction with reality, and the personal with the professional. She begins to use Margot's life as a source material for her novel. Whew.
So 0 is the right answer.
Yes.
Also opening, we have the Broken Hearts Gallery. Hey, we talked about this one before, didn't we? Oh, no, I saw the trailer for this. I think probably before New Mutants.
I just love that this part, every week, there's movies coming out that no one knows what they're about because they're mostly foreign people and Jason can't pronounce their names.
I think that's the part of the show everyone's waiting for. They probably play this at 3 times the speed just to get to here and then slow it down.
Okay, but to be fair, he messes up American names too.
True, but but it's not as funny.
No.
It's actually kind of sad and depressing when he messes up Smith.
Well, this little brown liquor makes it funny, Jeff.
Dumped by her boyfriend, a New York art gallery assistant creates an exhibit for souvenirs from past relationships. Starring Dacre Montgomery, Geraldine Viswanathan, Philippa Sue, Molly Gordon, and Taylor Hill.
Don't these actors know they're supposed to pick stage names that are easy to pronounce?
Especially for me.
Yes. All of these actors and aspiring actors and actors, please choose a name that can be pronounced without any source of strain on Jason for the History of Bad Ideas podcast.
John Wayne, Cary Grant. I mean, these are the names people should be taking. Not those. Yes, John Cena is a good one.
2 4-letter words that Jason doesn't mess up.
Except that our name, Brian, our name. What else we got, Jeff?
Rent-a-Pal.
A strange VHS tape allows a lonely bachelor named David to find companionship with Andy, its charming and charismatic host. However, Andy's friendship comes at a cost, and David desperately struggles to afford the price of admission. What the fuck does that mean? It stars Will Wheaton.
Oh,
Brian Landis Wilkins.
Wheaton.
Luke Storage, Kathleen Brady, and Amy Rutledge. Fuck yeah, I know those names. How do you like that?
Great job, Jason.
Well, say Wheaton. Say Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton.
Set in 1990, a lonely bachelor named David searches for an escape from the day-to-day drudgery of caring for his aging mother. So there you go.
All right. So a Will Wheaton sighting.
Yeah.
We also have Find Your Voice coming out. That should be the name of our new podcast.
Find your voice?
Yes.
Oh, fuck me. Searching for inspiration, a young Maori rapper roams the streets of Sydney and learns about his roots.
Maori.
Adam Saunders, Keisha Castle Hughes, Tama London, Danielle Hayes, and Michael Long. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. That's not bad. Sorry. What else we got?
I have. How good is this? Because it's a 2017 film.
Yeah.
It's coming to America from 2017?
So it's a 2016 comedy. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming it's Australian or New Zealand, depending. Nikki's probably already seen it.
Half the shows coming to network TV are from Canada this year. So there you go. Jeff, what do you got left?
And we have Savage.
Inspired by the true stories of New Zealand street gangs across 30 years.
Oh, here I thought it was about the guy from the science show. No,
Savage follows Danny at 3 defining moments in his life as he grows from a boy into the violent enforcer of a gang. Stars Jake Ryan, John Toohey, Seth Flynn, and Chelsea Preston Crayford. So there you
go. Jake Ryan, the name of the character from Pretty in Pink?
Yes, maybe. I'm just like, what's the street gang in New Zealand doing? Cleaning? Woo, look at us! We're chimney sweeps. Welcome to New Zealand.
They probably do a lot of song and dance numbers with the other street gangs.
When you're a chimney sweep, you're a chimney sweep for life.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's all. That's the end of the movie box office segment.
Okay, big one. Top five. Top five this week is a horrible one.
I kind of enjoyed it.
Top 5 favorite one-season characters in television. They can only be on the series for one season. I don't know who came up with it, but it sucks.
It was not me.
It was not easy to find, people that just popped in.
I got creative. I was seeing who got killed off early, what characters left early. Kind of did that type of search.
What character came in the last season of a show?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got a whole Ted McGinley list here.
Oh. Let's see here. Doug, go ahead.
Yes. Okay, this is my number 5 for a reason. I kind of went against the rules a little bit. This guy, this character was a little bit more than a year. It was a year and 3 episodes. I thought that was close enough. That's why it's number 5. Paul Hennessy, played by John Ritter in 8 Simple Rules.
Oh, they got 3 episodes into the second season?
Yes.
I like that one. That was a good one. I didn't even think about that. Brian, what's yours?
My number 5 is Charlie Hunnam as Lloyd from Undeclared.
Ah.
Did he have a better job of covering his accent in that than he did in Sons of Anarchy?
Well, considering he was playing an American, yes.
Okay, good. Just checking. Jeff, what's yours?
My number 5 is Jill Monroe, the Farrah Fawcett character from Charlie's Angels. She did make several guest appearances after her one season on the show as pretty much a agreement to let her out of her contract, but pretty much one season. So,
honorable mention for me.
Mine is, let's see here. Number 5 for me is Stacey Carusi from Saved by the Bell, played by Leah Remini.
I saw that one.
I
Loved
did not
her.
see that coming.
She made me feel very different things back in the day. And then she went to King of Queens, and that was it. Kevin. So
His
yes.
name was Doug. His name was Doug in that show.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought he was like Tony Danza. He can't play any character not named Kevin because he's not bright. Kevin!
Look, I just watched The Zookeeper today, buddy, and let me tell you, that was way better the second or third time around.
Was he named Kevin?
No.
Doug. He was named Doug.
No.
I only can play Kevin or Doug.
Was he named Chuck or Larry? I don't remember which one.
Doesn't matter. It was a shitty show. My number 4 is Cal Vanderhoosen. Vanderhoosen? Yes. It was Cal. I didn't know his last name because he never really went by it. It was Cal in Harper's Island. The one that the serial killer is taking killing a person from the bridal party each week. Harry Hamlin was the first murder in the first episode. But I love that series. It was a mystery that you didn't know who was killing everybody. And his character arc, like, he started off as this like rich guy that was just an asshole, and by like halfway through you're rooting for him. And it was a great job.
Wait, you're rooting for him to kill off the bridal party?
No, he was the guy that got killed.
Okay.
No, you really started to like him and his girlfriend in it. And when they killed him, I was not happy. But yeah, so Cal from
that's the show. That was the whole point of the show, was they were killing everyone off.
Yeah, but he made it to like the final 3 or 4. I was like, come on, stay together. Great show, though. Great show. Jeff.
Yeah. My number 4 is Karen Filippelli from season 3 of The Office.
Okay. Rashida Jones.
She was on more than a season, though, right?
She had like 2.
She made like 3 appearances later, but she was only in one season.
Okay.
She was introduced in Stamford,
yeah,
and then came to Scranton, and then left at the end when
she told me that just because we broke up, this isn't going to affect her career, and she's staying here no matter what. And the next day, her desk was empty.
Yes.
I caught the final 2 episodes with the finale, and I think Comedy Central then was running it again, and episode 1, then it went to episode 3, and I had to text Jason going, "Why isn't episode 2 on here?"
That was the joke one, the
Diversity Day.
Diversity training, yeah.
Yes.
Where he told the Chris Rock joke.
It's like, boy, that didn't. They jumped into it real quick.
Featuring a very prominent Comedy Central actor and writer, and Larry, what's his name?
Wilmore.
Yep, that guy.
As Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown, yeah.
No, I will not call you Mr. Brown. Well, you should, because that's my name.
Jason, if we're keeping you, by all means, let us know.
No. Sorry. Who's next? Sorry.
Brian, I think you're number 4.
Yes. My number 4 is Paul Walter Hauser, and the character is Stingray in Cobra Kai.
Okay. That's
season 2?
Season 2, yeah. He gets
interviewed. I haven't seen season 2, so I'm trying to think of Stingray from season 1 and couldn't find him. So okay, cool.
Season 4 of Cobra Kai is going to be on Quibi. Just to let everybody know. So.
Well, first we need to see season 3.
It's just going to all defunct streaming channels: YouTube Red, Quibi, Shout,
Apple.
What was that, Doug?
Yahoo.
Apple.
Oh.
Apple's still out there.
Is it?
It's going.
Does Apple know that?
Yeah. They actually have one of my favorite comedies out right now, Ted Lasso.
I heard good things about it.
Yeah, Jason Sudeikis. Very good.
As a football coach?
Soccer.
Football. They're over in Europe.
Doug, what you got?
I'm going to go with Rosie O'Donnell on The View for only 1 season.
You really hated that character.
So did I. That's why I was so happy it only lasted 1 season.
Oh, your favorite one that owns. Oh, I didn't even think of it from that approach.
Not that I watched The View, but you saw enough of her highlights of other things. So yes. And
number
then
3.
My number 3, I'm going to go with Kenneth Washington, who played Sergeant Richard Baker on Hogan's Heroes. He replaced Ivan Dixon, who was Kinch for the last season.
Yes.
You've probably never seen Hogan's Heroes, Brian. I understand that. It's long before your time.
They play it they do a marathon pretty often with it on TV.
There's like 4 episodes a row on
Cozy,
Sundance?
Maybe it's Sundance. Yeah. Andy Griffith is on in between too, Doug.
It's where Richard Dawson got his start.
Yep. Fantastic.
So if it wasn't Hogan's Heroes, we wouldn't have had Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
He was kissing a lot of men on that episode, on that show. A lot of men. Jeff, what's your number 3?
It's to me for number 3?
Sure, why not?
Sorry, Brian's
turn. Brian,
I'll defer to Jeff.
All right. My number 3 is Bill Haverchuck from Freaks and Geeks. The character portrayed by crap, now his name just left me. Martin Starr.
Martin Starr.
He was my favorite character on that show.
Okay. Brian, number 3.
My number 3 is Margot Martindale as Mags Bennett in Justified.
She was only on one season of that, huh?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I thought you were going to say Margot Martindale from The Good Wife, because she was on a season of that, too.
She's been on several separate seasons of different shows, so... But
she's an actress you add when you have a character you really want to make an impact, but it's only going to be there for a season.
Daughter of Wink Martindale.
That is not true.
Oh.
Sorry, Jason. I didn't want to. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Please, Jason. What's your number 3?
Fuck you, Brian. You go. Go ahead and go, Brian.
I'm done.
Okay, with Wink Martindale at number 3. Fuck you. Number 3 for me is Pete, Derek, and Randy Hill from the TV show Enlisted. Loved Enlisted, and they played 3 brothers. It was a great show. Anything on that, Brian? I didn't want to interrupt you. Okay, didn't want to interrupt you. Number 2 for me is Idris Elba, Charles Minor from The Office. I hated him, but he was awesome just because he made Jim uncomfortable, and Jim was not the favorite anymore. So that's why. So Charles Minor. Brian, what's your number 2, buddy? Let me not interrupt.
So my number 2 is it's Hobie from Dr. Dana.
Ooh.
It is Claire Danes and Jared Leto from My So-Called Life.
Are you done now? I didn't want to interrupt. Are you okay? Jeff, you're good next. Number 2.
My number 2, I hobied this one. They are characters played by the same actor in different shows. I picked Larry Henderson, a.k.a. the Trinity Killer in Dexter.
John Lithgow.
Yeah. And Arthur Miller, a.k.a. the defendant in Trial and Error, is played by John Lithgow.
Good call.
Done.
Comedy and drama. He runs the gamut.
Murder board.
Murder board.
Murder quilt. Murder board. Doug, what's your number 2?
I'm going to combine my number 2 and number 1 because when you have such quality, I mean, you really can't divide which one's 1, which one's 2. This is like 1 and 1A.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Simon McCorkindale and Chuck Wagner, who played Dr. Jonathan Chase and Otto J. Mann from Manimal and Otto Man.
You know,
Those only lasted one season?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
It is.
Really a shame.
That might have been the last thing Desi Arnaz Jr. was in, was Auto Man.
Thank God. Lucy! Brian, number one for you?
Number one, I Hobie this for myself. Let's see, I got Jason Momoa as Khal Drago and Sean Bean as Edric Stark in Game of Thrones.
Good pick. I didn't even think of that. That one makes sense that characters are only in for one season. Nice pick.
Thank you.
I don't know what that is.
I watched the first 5 or 6 episodes of Game of Thrones.
And so you saw those characters?
I did. And I almost put in Ned Stark as number 5 just because and it's like, no, I couldn't do that. That would be wrong. Because I figured somebody would have them.
I saw episodes 4 and 7. Really kind of confusing.
So you saw one of those characters?
I think so, sure.
It was really well done.
No, I think they were both through episode 7. Should have put Mark Addy in there, too, as King Robert.
It's no Manimal, but, No.
No, it's not. Because this one won Emmys and Manimal didn't.
Jeff?
My number one is, no surprise, I picked River Tam from Firefly.
Okay. Doug gave me a good idea of just picking every character that I like from Firefly as 1 through 5. I thought about that, but someone else actually beat me to it.
That was a consideration, but...
my number one is the cast of Firefly. And it's a 1A, Doug, because you did the same thing. Cutman from Sports Night. He should have been in it longer.
That was one episode.
Still counts. One season. Still counts.
I thought you were going to throw William H. Macy or something in there. But
Macy's not bad. But Cutman with Rhode Island and moving on. So any quick honorable mentions?
I did have also from Trial and Error. I went with the season 2 defendant, as played by Kristen Chenoweth, and her lawyer.
Lawyer. Let's see here. We had some listener feedback. I'm just getting it right now. Let's see here. From Big Dev. Cast of Almost Human. Cast of The Good Guys. Cast of Terriers. Cast of Firefly. And number one, cast of Freaks and Geeks.
Terriers only lasted 1 year? I thought that got a second season.
No, it only got one.
Let's see here. The Pop Culture Cafe says, I wish you a happy birthday, you old fucks. So thank you. 300.
Tree fitting.
Brian Auer had Captain Maul. I'm sorry. He had Simon Tam, River Tam, and Shepard Brooke, and Zoe Washburn, and Inara as 5s. Kaylee Fry. Sorry.
Fry. You can't say fry.
Number 4.
There's a 4-letter word.
Jane Cobb is 3. You're going to really hate me on this one. Wash. 2.
Oben Washburn.
And Captain Maul is number 1.
Mal. He's Mal. It's Malcolm. It's Mal, not Maul. Mal.
How many 3-letter words does he mispronounce?
Let's see here. We had bad idea of the week.
Can I list my honorable mentions, or are we?
No one said anything else.
You didn't give me a chance.
Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry,
Brian. He's got a Cleveland Steamer to book. He doesn't have time to sit around for this.
He's gonna Cleveland Steam his YIP file or whatever, you dog pile of furries or whatever. My honorable mention was I Hobie did as another Hobie for me.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Hayes as Donna Gable from Kevin Can Wait, and Leah Remini as Vanessa Salucci from Kevin Can Wait.
So, bad idea of the week is number 518,000. We're going with giving Brian an honorable mention list. Thanks, Brian.
I actually do personally have a very bad idea of the week.
Go ahead. What's yours? Go ahead.
A couple in El Dorado, California, over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Was holding a gender reveal party, and their pyrotechnic smoke device started a 10,000 acre wildfire.
Yeah.
So maybe just lay off those things in wildfire season.
I don't get gender reveal parties.
Just lay off gender reveal parties.
Sure. But just in general, maybe if your state has lost, like, I don't know, 1 million acres in the last month, maybe just
not start more fire.
Do that.
I think I would, if I was like the baker, like, you know how they do the cakes. I think I would flip it. You have a girl. Really? It's going to be a boy, but they don't know that.
No, you give them a green cake.
A green cake? Just a green cake.
Or yellow.
Doug, you did a big gender reveal party with your daughter, right? Big one, right?
No.
Did you find out?
No, I don't believe we did.
Okay. I don't think you did. Yeah, okay.
I found in response to that, I found probably my favorite tweet about it from Devin Sawa. It says, I remember my wife and I's first gender reveal party. It was her, me, and the doctor in a safe office, and he said, "It's a boy." We smiled and went home, and then we called people.
Yeah, that's something that... How, like, these parties... That's, like, less than 10 years old, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody...
5, maybe.
Like, the 20-teens started sucky when they started... Now you got to have a big party and do some stupid thing to reveal the go out and hit golf balls of different colors that explode different colors.
Luckily, most of my friends are done having kids, thank God.
I haven't started.
Sorry, Jeff. Yeah.
Wow. If you haven't and you're going to have kids, please don't invite me to a gender reveal party. Please stop. I don't care.
Well, don't ever invite me to a baby shower either. So,
or that's another couple showers. I don't care about fucking couple shower. I don't want to do a couple shower. Okay, no guy wants to be there. Nobody cares. Okay,
no guy ever wanted to go to a couple shower.
What if it's for a thruple?
Thruple showers are a little different.
It depends. Is there going to be a piff or what is it, Jeff? A zip or
a zip? A yiff.
A yiff. If there's a yiff, then maybe I'm interested. Let's see here.
That was the word Jason couldn't pronounce right.
What's that? A throuple?
Throuple.
I'm going to throuple you, Jeff. Let's see here. Bad idea of... I'm sorry. I don't even know what we're doing. Titles for the show. You got anything, Brian? Let me not interrupt you. You go first, buddy.
That's so kind of you.
Thank you.
I do have some.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I've got Too Much Hiddleston. The Speech Impediment.
That's every
Anti-Hump. Dog Pile of Furries. I Want to Lick the Envelope. And Eaten Out by Five Guys.
Oh boy.
Jeff?
I have just think of all the envelopes I could have been licking. A lot of safe chins. The Pole Master. I'm not sure how you spell that one, but In Defense of Quibi. Say Gary Oldman 3 times.
Gary Oldman.
The Truth Will Out. That's because he doesn't wear shoes to school. Fecalphilia.
Nope.
I would rather have a Cleveland steamer.
Nope.
Adele Escargot. This little brown liquor makes it funny. Chimney sweep for life. And Cleveland steam your yiff pile.
Adele Escargot. I have chimney sweep gangs. 0 is the answer. Let's see here. I also had licking envelopes. I don't know where that was at, but I had licking envelopes. Peanut butter ice cream. And let's see here. Oh, he had. What's that?
You keep referencing yourself.
Every time you put the paper in front of you,
you can't see me on it. America.
So all the people listening won't understand this, but yeah, Jason is ruining the video for everyone.
I also had tapeworm. So I like the Adele.
I had the big yip pile. That was Quibi and best intern ever. That's what you know.
Oh, that's a fake one though. I do like anti-hump, but
but we don't want to scare the pro-hump people away.
What
that's
was
too close to Trump, so we don't want to.
Oh yeah.
You know.
What was I liked the Adele Escargot, and I liked Brian's about the what was it? I want to lick envelopes.
I just want to lick I want to lick the envelope.
Okay.
Are you sure it was that one or Eaten Out by Five Guys?
No,
that's what I was just about to say. Eaten Out by Five Guys, yeah.
Nope. Jeff, you got any favorites? Which ones?
I like this little brown liquor. Makes it funny.
I'm out too. So.
Doug,
well, we could go Adele Escargot.
I like our Adele Escargot.
Okay.
Can Jason spell escargot?
I got Google. Sounds good. Adele Escargot. Doug, thanks for showing up.
Hey, no problem.
Will you be here for episode 700?
That'll be in another 5.5 years.
Yeah.
6.5 years.
6.5 years.
Yeah.
God, being around you, Jason, time just goes by so fast.
Thanks.
Wasn't? Wait a minute. I can recall. Wasn't episode 1000? Is that going to be an all Disney podcast?
It was.
You promised something at episode 1000.
I think it is an all Disney podcast.
Go back and find it, Doug. And...
I'm going to have to. Well, Nisi, while you're re-listening to all of them, find out what they agreed to do at episode 1000. I thought there was something.
We're like wine. We get better with age. I feel like it's gotten better.
Couldn't get much worse.
No, couldn't get worse. I feel like Brian has really stabilized the show a lot. So, see, look at that.
I didn't want to say it, but it is nice to be told that you're appreciated from time to time.
You are Brian. I appreciate you.
I'm just curious when does the switch come and he becomes co-host and Blake becomes intern?
Who's Blake?
Yeah, we don't trust Blake to be an intern. Interns have responsibilities.
Brian is our responsibility for Hobie.
Or what?
I don't want a responsibility.
South Park responsibility. You're my responsibility, buddy.
Responsibility.
Responsibility, buddy. New title for the show. Responsibility, buddy.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And maybe. And bye, everyone on YouTube. Maybe.
If you can stop recording.